With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium. Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Rams nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Fuller with a catch. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
3rd down.
Back to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run this with Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Again, the ball carrier.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Throw here. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Number 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
57's the mic. Watch 57. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Let's 57. 57's right.
Burrow looking to pass. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down now, Akers. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brought down by Bryce Callahan.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Gets him that time, down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll go again here with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
The 50-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They begin with a quick throw out left. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From midfield now, Burrow. Flush to his right. This is Fant on the short completion. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
45's the mark. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that 19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. The deep ball. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Check three, check three, check three. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60. Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Yeah, let's get set.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Burrow will throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Under crunch. Warrior 70. Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
Field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
First down and goal to go.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Check, 59, 59. Let's go one more. 59.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Going right back to Akers. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Watch the slant.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
3 down, 3 down.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were